Am I the astronaut for wanting to keep the 3 upstairs bedrooms when my cousin has the master suite? The layout. Downstairs, large primary suite with walk-in closet and big private bathroom. Upstairs, 3 smaller bedrooms, a bathroom, and a loft. We agreed that she'd have the primary and I'd use the 3 upstairs bedrooms, and we'd share the loft as a content room. We both film videos. That felt fair since she gets luxury plus privacy and I get more but smaller rooms. I planned 1 room for sleeping, 1 room for my work from home office, and 1 for vanity/storage since I don't have a walk-in closet. That makes sense. But now she's pushing back. She said the loft shouldn't have a TV after she suggested moving couches there because then it's not a content room. She said maybe the content room should be one of my bedrooms. Wants to use the loft for her product storage. Made snarky comments like, what are you even going to do with 3 rooms anyway? Which made me feel like she was trying to guilt me out of them. I even offered to swap so she could take the upstairs bedrooms and I'd take the primary, but she refused because the primary bath is larger. Now I feel like she's keeping her whole suite untouched while carving into my half, and we're both paying $1,200. We are currently at the application process, though I'm confident it's ours. We have not signed yet. Am I the astronaut for insisting on keeping all 3 bedrooms for myself while keeping the loft shared for content, or am I being greedy like she implies? Edit. I'm giving her 4 options now. 1 person gets 3 bedrooms, 1 person gets the primary suite, and we all share common spaces. 2, 1 gets the entire upstairs and 1 gets the entire downstairs to do whatever with. 3, take 1 of the upstairs bedrooms for yourself and pay a 60-40 split. Not gonna happen. Or 4, we go our separate ways. Out of all those options, 1 should have worked. They were all very fair. I'm just now realizing that I'm accepting things that she would never accept for herself. And now that I've done that, she is trying to make me accept less and less for her financial and space benefit. I would never ask this of someone and expect half the money. Feeling really hurt right now, even if we don't go with this property. Oof. Oof. No, this is not an ESH, ladies and gentlemen. This is an NTA.
Obviously not to, don't want to dox OP, but they did share a video of what the primary looks like.
And the 3 smaller bedrooms as well? Or just
no, she said the house is about 2,000 square feet, about up and downstairs. So 1,000 down, 1,000 up, which is why she offered the 50-50 split. But she did say that this is her cousin and that her parents are also the same type of way, like always trying to take. But they currently live together in an apartment where cousin has the primary suite and OP still pays 50%, but only has a second bedroom, only has 1 bedroom and a bathroom. So she's like, this is the second home that they're moving into that she has been said, her cousin will only move if she can have the primary, basically. So I think this is an NTA for me. You've given multiple options. At some point, the person who has more has to figure out some way to compromise in order to make it work.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to live with this person.
Exactly. I think the fact that they already live together is, otherwise I would say just don't do it. You go your separate ways, and you do have that an option 4 here, but you guys already live together.
Yeah.
And now you say, if we don't go with this property, what are you looking at, another one? No, just don't live with this person.
I think the important part is that OP says, I'm just now realizing that I'm accepting things she would never accept for herself. So a people pleaser, a person who doesn't like to rock the boat, who likes to keep the peace, is realizing now that every time you say, I just want to keep the peace and I don't want to fight for what I think is fair, you're giving up a little bit of yourself. You're giving up a little bit of that. And the person who's a taker is always going to take.
Yep.
And they're not going to stop, because every time you give up a little bit, they're going to expect you to give up a little bit more. And ultimately it never stops.
Which is probably a great fork in the road for you to learn some actual boundaries too, OP. And okay, so this property's out of the question. You guys committing to another round of living together, I would not. You shouldn't have that level of confidence of being able to amicably doing that right now. Just don't. But you're living together right now. So I'd say while you're living together, start enforcing some boundaries, enforcing boundaries, and see how that goes. And that will either validate, or she'll learn and maybe start respecting you a little more. And then maybe you can take another run at it. But as is right now with the relationship that you have, you know what it's going to be. You're already having problems and you haven't even moved in yet. You're gonna have big problems when you live together. That's all there is to it.
The only reason it's working right now is because you aren't rocking the boat.
And she has the better end of the deal.
In my opinion, this cousin is going to hold out until you give in, because that's what's always happened, I'm sure.
It's always worked.
Yep.
I would say, OP, don't do it. You're already having problems before you even live together. Don't do it, because you know they're just going to snowball. Most people like think they go in with rose tinted glasses when they're looking at living with somebody, and then 6 months in, they end up having a lot of annoying shit that's going on, or maybe not even that long. But that there are issues moving in right now, so just don't do it.